All right, well, good evening, everyone. Good to see everyone. We will ask you all to please stand as we call this meeting of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen for the City of Natchez to order. At this time, I would like to call on our police chief, Cal Green, to lead us in prayer, to be followed by our pledge. Thank you, Chief Green.
Bow your heads. Dear God, as we are assembled here this evening to conduct business for the City of Natchez, may we please go into it with open minds, open hearts. May we reach agreements that are comfortable for everyone concerned. We ask you for these things and more in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chief Green. Let us now repeat together our pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We'll ask the clerk to administer the roll call.
Alderwoman Hall. Here. Alderman Frazier. Alderwoman Smith. Here. Alderwoman Irving.
Here.
Alderman Davis.
Here.
Alderman Maroney.
Here.
Mr. Mayor, all are present and accounted for with the exception of Alderman Frazier.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Clerk. We will now have our approval of minutes. Madam Clerk.
Yes, so the first set of minutes that we have is the regular board meeting of June 24th, 2025.
What is the pleasure of the board?
So moved.
Second. Motion made by Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion? We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Yes, the second set of minutes is the special call meeting held on June 26th, 2025.
What is the pleasure of the board?
So moved.
Second. Motion made by Alderwoman Irving and seconded by Alderman Davis. Do we have a discussion? We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Thank you. We now will entertain a motion to go into a public hearing for the discussion of code enforcement adjudicated properties.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. And so, Commander Lee Best, our Commander of Code Enforcement, we are now going to recognize you. And at the end of your presentation, we will then open the floor for any citizens who are here who wish to address the board. And at that time, when we recognize you, we will ask you to come forward, take just a few minutes, each one. And the first thing you'll need to do is give us your name and the address of your property. But before we do that, Commander Best, you are recognized for your presentation.
Good evening, Mayor, and thank you. There is an updated list going around to the Mayor and the board. We were just, even in the last hour, have been reducing the number of properties that we have to present tonight. We still do have quite a few properties to run through, and this list for the board is categorized. It contains all 60 original properties and what we have been able to do with them in the last couple of days. Mississippi Code of 1972, 291911, Chapter 19, Health, Safety and Welfare. Determination that property or parcel of land is menace. Authorized municipal employee may make the the determination that property or parcel of land is menace under certain circumstances. Notification to property owner. Hearing, cleaning private property, cost and penalty as assessed against property, and an appeal process. This is more of the Code 211911 to determine whether property or parcel of land located within a municipality is in such a state of uncleanliness as to be a menace to the public health, safety, and welfare of the community. A governing authority of any municipality shall conduct a hearing on its own motion or upon the receipt of a petition signed by the majority of the residents residing within 400 feet of any property or parcel of land alleged to be in need of the cleaning. Notice shall be provided to the property owner by United States mail 2 weeks before the date of the hearing, mailed to the address of the subject property and to the address where the ad valorem tax notice for such property is sent by the office charged with collecting ad valorem tax, and posting notice for at least 2 weeks before the date of the hearing on the property or parcel of land alleged to be in need of cleaning, and at City Hall or another place in a municipality where such notices are posted. Here's an example of our procedure. Here's again a sample of our case log book and our activity logs. The first property that we have here is number 3 Beaumont Street. And here is a list of the dates of the and the process that we took. If it pleases the board, I would read or not read through. We can skip to the
I
pictures.
don't think you have to read it. We
Okay.
can see it. But I will make sure that all of these notations are incorporated into our minutes. And at the end of your presentation, we will entertain that motion. We can entertain that motion during our public hearing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Commander, please proceed.
Number 3 Beaumont Street is reported as a dilapidated structure. Number 5 Beaumont Street was also reported as dilapidated. Number 24 Beaumont Street was reported as a dilapidated structure with offensive accumulation, which means grass, weeds, limbs, trash, etc. This is number 24 Beaumont Street. And as we were conducting an administrative search warrant at 24 Beaumont Street, we did notice a work permit on the door. This permit is dated in 2024. Mr. Moore, who obtained this permit, is a licensed contractor, and he has obtained a recent permit as well for the cleanup of the property. And some progress has been made. You see the back of the house where they've been cleaning up. 308 Bluebird. 308 Bluebird is offensive accumulation, grass over 12 inches tall. This is 11 Brenham Avenue. I only this afternoon spoke to one of the owner's widow. This property was inherited by 9 family members, and it's down to only 2 are left. And this is not the 2 that are left. Mr. Walker and Mr. Otis, Charles and Otis are deceased, but this is a burnout, and the widow indicated that no one has paid the taxes on this for 2 or 3 years and they plan to let it go back.
It's 11 Burnham Avenue. What exactly, can you give me something in close proximity of that?
11 Brenham Avenue, once you turn off of MLK onto Brenham Avenue and you pass Aldridge Street, it's the second or third house on the left.
62.
Okay, all right. Okay, I know what that
It's
is.
close
Okay.
to the housing
It's next to
authority.
across from where Williams' apartment was and Holston
Right,
Bakery.
backs up to
Gotcha. I just
Williams.
wanted to be pictured in my mind, the location. Thank you.
Number 62 Brenham Avenue. This property has been reported for quite a while. There were 4 brothers who owned this property. Only one of the brothers still remains. It's in the care of Melissa Johnson, and Melissa Johnson, she blocked me. We were in communications, and then she She blocked me, so. There is a house trailer and several vehicles that have been reclaimed by kudzu and weeds here at 62. There's a copy of my administrative search warrant. 67 Brenham Avenue, across the street, nearly from 62. The copy of my administrative search warrant to go onto the property. You can see that a tree is falling through the property and serious overgrowth. I couldn't get into the backyard there. 27 South Concord, offensive accumulation and dilapidated structure. Copy of my warrant, the inside of the house. 38 East Woodlawn was reported as a dilapidated structure with offensive accumulation. Here's a photograph of my administrative search warrant and photographs from inside the residence. 1501 Eastwood Road was reported for offensive accumulation. Number 580 Inez Street, offensive accumulation. Number 1 Lynn's Lane, dilapidated structure with offensive accumulation. There's a copy of my administrative search warrant and nowhere to leave it. I couldn't even get to this property. Number 9 Metcalf Alley off Homicida Street was reported as dilapidated with offensive accumulation. Number 15 Metcalf was reported as dilapidated with offensive accumulation. That's a burnout as well. Number 612 North Rankin Street was originally reported in 2023 and also went before preservation. And the owner was instructed to cut the grass, keep the grass mowed, and to board up the doors and windows, and which she did. But now you see the front porch, the roof of the front porch is falling in. Yep.
Okay,
Not yet, but we will come to you after the presentation. Thank you.
Number 20 October Street, offensive accumulation. 111 Old Horseshoe Lane, offensive accumulation. Tried to get that dead tree in the photograph that's falling all these limbs onto the house and to the neighboring properties. 106 Oriole Street, and Mr. Daniels did call me this afternoon and say that they do plan to start working on the house, but they have not lived there for several years, and the damage occurred during the ice storm, and they filed an insurance claim during that. This is the front of the residence, and this is the back where the snow and ice destroyed. Number 3, Pelican Court on Beaumont Street was reported as a dilapidated structure with offensive accumulation. Here's a copy of my warrant. Number 4, Pelican Court was reported for the same. This is also a burnout that's been abandoned. Number 5, Pelican Court was also reported as offensive accumulation and dilapidated structure. Number 30, Purnell Street. I did talk to Mr. Matthews, who was on the porch today when I took this picture, and he had someone weed eating the front hill in front of the house, which would be part of the issue, but the issue is the offensive accumulation down both sides and then the back. Number 14, Reynolds Street was reported for offensive accumulation of grass higher than 12 inches. 500 West Steers Lane. There's a copy of my administrative search warrant in front of the house. Pictures from inside the residence. I also recovered a stolen car that was parked behind this house.
Wow.
Number 22 West Woodlawn, dilapidated and offensive accumulation. And Miss the owner is here. I think that she's here for this one too. They have sprayed the fences and the yard. This is the pictures from inside the house for the dilapidation. (1106) Watkins, offensive accumulation. This is the lot. It's Watkins Street on one side and George F. West on the other side. That residence is not included in this lot. That's a separate case. Number 16 Williams Street, offensive accumulation. And we have communicated with Miss Wiley for several months, and she was able. She struggled to find someone to do the work, and then she struggled to find someone to do the work affordably. And she was able to get the front done in the early spring, and it has recently been complained again. But the sides and the back and the dilapidation she's been unable to address that so far. And number 20 York Lane, offensive accumulation and dilapidated structure. And that's the end of the list. We want to go down the list and see who's here to speak.
All right. I want to first make note that you have presented to us a list of 27 properties. However, you have a list of 19 properties that have been cleared,
Yes, sir.
that were on the list originally. That is an excellent success rate. And you also have presented a list of 4 properties that now have a permit. That is good. And 10 more properties where you have work in progress, now in progress. So I want to commend you. That is actually a total of 33 properties that were to come before us tonight that now don't have to come before us. So that is excellent news, but we do have 27 that we have to deal with. I would like at this time to entertain a motion for this presentation to be made a part of our minutes.
So move.
Motion made by Alderwoman Irving, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carried. And that will be not just the list, but all of the information that's been provided on the overhead screen as well. This time, we will allow 2 minutes per property owner to address the board. If you have already made arrangements with our Commander of Code Enforcement and your property is not on the list that we have just gone through, there is no reason for you to address the board. You're already working with our Code Enforcement Commander, and that is very good, and thank you. And so if we have any of the 27 properties here represented, we will now allow you to come and speak one at a time for 2 minutes and address the board. The very first thing is to state your name and your address.
Mr. Mayor, they need to sign.
And-
So just state their name.
And there is a sign-in sheet here at the podium. So we now have the public hearing open for public comment. Yes, sir. Mr. Lemons, if you would like to address, and please sign in, state your name, and the address of the property that you are speaking of.
You signed in?
I'm speaking on behalf of property at 30 Purnell Street.
Okay.
And
And Mr. Lemons, if you'll sign in,
Sign in.
the, right there before you. Mr. Johnny Lemons, 30 Purnell Street. All right, Mr. Lemons, you have 2 minutes.
I have a real serious complaint as to the property next door to mine at 32 Purnell. And the property owners, I've begged them for years to do something about it. And people on the backside of me. And there's a drainage problem there that's been going on for a number of years, under 5 mayors so far. But the property next door to me is owned by, it states Henry and Bernice McMorris. They're both deceased. But there's a Gwen Powell who's,
Okay. Mr. Lemons, we can only speak to the properties that are on the list. And I don't see 30 Purnell Street.
It's up there. It's up there.
You said 30.
He said 30. He said 30, but he was
Okay.
referencing his.
I'm
But-
so sorry. I just wanted to make sure. Yes, sir. If you'll please continue.
well, what's going on is the property next door to me is overgrown. It's been going on for over 5 to 10 years. I've had to ask the owners to do something about it. Right now, it's so overgrown, it's snake infected, rats. And as far as I know, there are no utilities on, lights, gas, or water, with someone residing in the residence. And I don't know, sometimes they use fire.
That is what he's.
I'm in fear of the fact that my property will be damaged sooner or
Yeah.
later.
But now he's
Nothing's done.
discussing 30.
Mr. Lemons, are you discussing 30 Purnell
Yes.
Street,
Yes.
the one that you're currently?
You
Right.
mentioned 30, but 32,
I'm at
that's,
32.
that's your
directly
property,
next
but
door.
you're
Right.
referencing now 30.
Right.
And that's what he was doing.
Mhm.
He's referencing 30, the overgrowth and accumulation of
lives
grass.
at 32 Purnell
He lives at
Street,
32
But his
himself.
concern is 30.
Yes,
Which is next door. to you.
right.
Yes. We got it straight, Mr. Lemons.
All right. Well, basically, I just see nobody need to do something about it.
Yes.
It needs to be done. And I did happen to talk to the individual who lives there, and he went that ball. So I guess he's living rent free. But I'm in fear of the fact that whatever the activity that's going on there, you'll probably start a fire or something and it burn mine down. I can't have it because I've been crying for this thing for a long time.
Yeah.
So finally, I'm glad to know that it's on this docket today.
Yes, sir.
So we get something done.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Lemons. Thank you. And Mr. Lemons, we are working on the drainage issue as well as we discussed. Hopefully, we'll have a resolution. Next, do we have another property owner? Yes, if you would please sign in and then say your name and the address of the property.
Rachel Pram Dukes, 24 Beaumont.
Okay.
I want the address.
And,
to see
and
it.
what address on Beaumont?
24.
24?
Yes.
Okay, your property is not on the list tonight.
It was in the newspaper.
Right, but it says that you have now a permit pending,
Yes.
and so you don't have to address this. You're not.
I just
on
wanted
the-
to ask a question though.
Well, well, sir, sure, ask your question.
So we tearing the houses down around town. I wanted to ask a question. Are there programs to help people who are trying to keep their homes? We spend the money to tear the houses down. Is there anything to help people who are trying to keep their houses up? Maybe to help them assist them
It's-
with getting the appropriate needs for their homes? Because in this area, one, there's a lack of contractors. There's a lack of affordable contractors. And then you can pay people to do things and then they don't follow through with them. Or they come out for a little bit and then you never see them again. I've experienced that. I'm fixing on 3 different homes.
Yes. those are
Whoever's
county-
reporting my houses, you can stop. because I have plans for those, all of them.
That's awesome.
We'll
The
tell
ones that
you-
are sitting on the side of us.
I will tell you that we have to follow the law. Sadly,
I understand, but I'm asking,
we-
is there
we
programs
have-
in place?
we have applied for grant funds through the Mississippi Home Corporation, but those funds were awarded earlier this year and very limited in nature.
What was the categories and the criteria?
I'm
Because I didn't hear
sorry.
anything about that,
I
and
could-
if I had
Yeah.
known,
That we had public hearings, it was advertised, and that's already now been
It was the
settled.
seniors. You wouldn't have-
And, but happy to meet with you anytime. Just call my office, be happy to meet with you. Being that this is a public hearing only on these 27 properties, we're limited in the time that we have. But, I'm Dan Gibson, the mayor. My phone number is 601, if you want to write this down, 601-445-7555. And just call my office, be happy to make an appointment to meet with you.
thank you.
It is a very challenging thing to look for the funds that are needed. And I wish I could say that even the city had all the funds we needed, but it is a challenging situation. But we appreciate what you're doing to work on your property here at 24 Beaumont Street.
Okay, I just want to know if there was anything to help.
But I'll be happy to meet with you.
Okay.
Thank you. Do we have anyone else? Good evening. And
I'm
if you
Elaine
will,
Griffin.
sign in. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm partial owner of the property at 612 North Rankin Street. I got your notice last Thursday, and I'm here
And your
tonight.
name?
I'm Elaine Griffin.
Okay, Ms. Griffin.
And so what we have done at this point, we have the property mowed every other week. We also are seeking funds and a contractor to help us rehab the property. But in the meantime, the primary concern is, I think a tree fell into the house and damaged the roof. And so now we have vegetation that's growing out of the house. So I guess the next step for me is I have someone who's out there today. They are killing the weeds, and then they'll cut them down. And that will take 7 days because the weed killer has to work and so forth. And then we plan on having a gentleman to cover the roof with a tarp. And while that's going on, our next step is to engage someone to come up with the plans. And I have a very unique situation. Perhaps some people in the audience are experiencing that as well, because the house is located in the historical district. So it kind of makes me almost jump through hoops, because in addition to locating a contractor, I also have to submit my plans to the Historical Society for approval. And I found out the other day that if I decide to tear the property down, I thought it would just be a matter of engaging someone to do that. But apparently, I found out that that's not possible without having a demolition permit from the Historical Society.
That is true.
So I need help in terms of finding out specifically what needs to be done and what are my next steps as I engage in this process, because it's like oftentimes I'm bombarded with things that I was not aware of.
Ms. Griffin, are you, it appears that it would take a good bit to restore the house. And it's a shame because I can see it once was a beautiful house. Are you in a position to tear down the house?
Yes.
Well, if you would work with our city planning department,
Okay. I
To
did
get-
call them last Thursday.
okay, to get the approvals through our Preservation Commission to tear down the house,
Okay.
that could be granted, and then you would be given an amount of time to tear it down at that point.
Okay. And I heard people tonight come up and talk about permits. So how do I know or find out if I need a permit other than the one for demolition.
You can go to our city planning department on the
Okay.
second floor. Our city planner is right behind you.
Mr. Mingo,
Mr.
Yeah.
Mingo Tingle. And they'll be happy to guide you through the process and also coordinate this with our commander of code enforcement. in his
Okay.
office.
Mr. Mayor, I want
Alderwoman
to ask her a
Earl?
question.
Yes.
After the demolition, did you plan to build another home there?
I have to get with my sister and.
My reason
over
for
the-
asking, because if you do remove everything off the property, you won't be able to, it becomes a green space. And so that's something you need to know in advance.
Okay,
as well.
I was not aware
Have
of
that
that.
discussion with the city planner,
Okay,
please. before
okay,
you
so
do
my
that.
next step is killing the vegetation, putting on a tarp, and then having a conversation with the planning commission in terms of what
Yes.
my next steps are.
Yes.
But I do want to make sure that I'm hearing you correctly, and that is, if I do tear the house down, I will not be able to build
If you
another
remove
structure.
everything off the property, you will not unless something has changed with the law. That's my reason for asking. You leave the
Okay.
steps, you leave something there, but the city planner will provide you with that information.
Okay,
Ms.
That was what's
Griffin,
provided to
Yes.
us.
in the meantime, I will tell you that there are people looking for lots in the historic district. And while you're waiting on this process, you could simply put a for sale sign up.
I've had several for sale
ask a
signs up
very
over the
cheap
years.
Price about what it would cost to tear it down. You never know. You
Well-
never know. But Ms. Griffin, thank you for coming.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.
Mr.
Thank
Mayor,
Yes, Alderman Frazier.
I got a question right quick.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at Mr. Reginald Good. Do you have a property on this house? You just here? Okay. I have another question.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Best, 500 West Steels Lane.
Yes.
You said did you ever get in touch with those people that, Mr. Grinnell or what? 500 West Steels Lane, where you say you got the stolen vehicle from.
Right, the
Yes,
warning letter was returned,
a warning letter
right, the mail was returned to
is returned. Did you check the tax roll?
us. Yes, sir, we did. I
They still paying the taxes on it, correct?
believe they are.
But you couldn't get an address from the tax roll?
Not to my knowledge, the one that we sent was returned to us, but the public hearing notice was not returned.
Okay, my other one concern is that, you said it was a stolen vehicle. Did, you pull that vehicle off to the police station?
Yes, sir.
Did you call investigators? Did they investigate it or you did it yourself?
Yes, sir. I contacted Commander Ford,
Commander Ford?
Yes, who
Oh,
is
so
over.
Okay,
criminal investigations.
so you did turn it over to the CID?
Sure. And I did
Okay.
a NCIC hit request and confirmed that the vehicle was stolen and talked to Beaumont, Texas PD, where it was stolen from on the 11th. And they have since contacted the owner and released the vehicle to the owner, said he could come get it whenever he's ready.
I can't hear you.
Beaumont, Texas is done with the vehicle. They contacted the owner and said he could come pick it up from the PD.
Okay. Anyone in here, I'm trying to see who's in my ward that need to speak up if you got something to say. So I guess, what's your address?
Mr. West, if you'll come and sign in and state your name and address.
585 Inez Street is a church.
Okay,
So,
We have 580 Inez Street.
well, it's 80, 83 and 85.
Okay, now
585.
those are not on
They're
our
not-
They're not
list.
on the
Okay.
adjudication.
These,
These are only for adjudicated.
these have
properties.
been cleared.
Okay, I wasn't sure, I just made it back in
Okay.
town.
Yes.
we'll get
And I
back.
had been talking to him, but I had a question. I don't know because I started cutting the grass and pulling the
Okay.
vines down
Thank
Saturday
you.
and yesterday.
Thank you.
But I didn't know where we were. Do we have a
Mr.
time
West,
limit
thank you for what you've been doing. Your properties are on the cleared list.
Okay, it's a church property.
They're fine. The church properties,
And I-
583 and 585, both are on the cleared list.
He asked the question
Well,
that
just
you
by
didn't
the
answer.
585. I mean, are we clear from
Yes,
now on, or is there?
No,
a
for now.
timetable?
unless they get back into a overgrown condition, they'll be back on the list. All right, thank you so much. Next, I'm
His
sorry?
question wasn't asked. He asked what was the time frame he had to get it cleaned up.
Oh, he's already been cleared. That's been,
Okay.
the code enforcement commander will work with him on that. You are next.
Are we going in order?
You just go ahead and tell us what property you're here for and state your name and sign in.
My name is Rosa Newman, and I'm here. The property.
Can you speak into the mic,
The
please?
property is listed 14 Reynolds Street.
Okay?
My actual property is 18 Reynolds Street. And I did notice the property next door to 18, they had a lot of overgrowth. I didn't really see a picture. Oh,
All right.
I
Ms.
did
Newman,
get-
are you here speaking about the property located at 14 Reynolds Street?
right. And the reason why I stood and the reason why
Yes.
I came, I got a letter.
Oh, okay. And-
I received a letter.
And your address is,
It's actually 18 Reynolds Street.
So this is not your.
okay?
That's
Then
correct.
18 Reynolds Street is not on our list. We don't see you on our list.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. If you have any other questions, though, feel free to contact our Commander of Code Enforcement. Thank you. Do we have anyone else? Hello. Good to see you.
So, how are you?
If you'll sign in and,
My name is Tonette Harris. I'm here about 22 West Woodlawn.
yes. All right, Ms. Harris.
Talked to Mr. Best many times about this property. It belonged to my aunt. She died about 5 years ago. And I found the company that bought it for back taxes. So I contacted them and bought it, not knowing it was in this bad of a shape. It was growed up bad, lots of trash. I mean, people just dumping. I guess they think it's a dump site. I don't know. But I'm in the process of cleaning it up. Mr. Best, am I cleaning it? Okay. I got all the vines down. It's just a process. You know, it's more than halfway done. We just got another section to go. We got to get all that trash from up under the carport. What can y'all do to help me? Because I can't stop people from dumping. I mean, I even asked the neighbors. One guy said that he saw a man in a white truck and he stopped him and asked him why was he dumping trash there. And so he said, I didn't do anything. And he was like, yeah, I just saw you dump some trash. And he took off. So what can you do to help
It's very
me?
tough. Whenever we have an overgrown property, that's prone to happen. Have you posted the property signs that say no trespassing, no dumping?
That's what I'm gonna do as soon as we clean it
I
up.
would
That I'm
definitely
gonna,
do
I
that.
already bought them. I'm gonna
Yes.
post them.
Thank you, Ms. Harris, for working with our code enforcement commander. And we will look to him for guidance on, what the next step should be.
Yeah, I don't feel
Yes,
like,
Alderwoman Smith?
So once the outside's cleaned up, I mean, it's now can become dangerous inside. Are y'all, what's your plan?
I'm gonna take everything out the inside. I'm gonna get a dumpster, rent one of those dumpsters and just clean it out and start repairing. So that's
you want
my,
to keep it, not sell it?
I'm getting a permit. I talked to him about the permit. I'm getting a permit
Okay.
to get it repaired. But
Okay.
I would like some help. I mean, I don't want to work for the city. I don't want to go clean up dumps.
Sadly,
Every
it's
month.
against the law for us to do any work on private property unless it's adjudicated. And when it's adjudicated, we can go in, we can clean it up, we can tear it down. And then the price of doing that plus fees and other costs are then levied against the property and payable with the next year's taxes.
Well, I'm trying to avoid that, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm cleaning it.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe some help could be given, to stop
Unfortunately,
this.
we are barred by law doing any work on private property unless the property is adjudicated.
So they can dump, continue to dump.
If you'll post it against dumping and you can catch them in the act, our police, they can definitely be ticketed and fined. The problem is catching them in the act.
Yeah, that is the problem.
Mhm.
Because I asked the guy who saw him dump, did you get a tag? And he was like, no, I didn't get a tag. So why didn't you get a tag?
That's a challenge. Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, also if there's.
Yes,
illegal dumping-
Alderwoman Hall?
Also, if there's illegal dumping, we can report that to City Hall, to our Community Development Department.
I can report that to
Yes,
City?
ma'am.
Oh, well,
Illegal
thank you.
dumping.
Okay, all right, I'm cleaning up and I'll let y'all know.
Now, we have been able to get some grants for cleanup of illegal dump sites. But those grants generally require the dump site to be a very large area, and usually is more than just one lot.
Mm,
Mhm.
that don't help.
And the other thing, once you get it restored, if you don't mind me saying.
Yes,
Mr. Mayor,
Alderwoman, you're
crime
recognized.
Cameras too. You know, you'll be able to, once you get it restored, put cameras up, and that would assist too. You'll be able to watch that area.
Okay,
That would help out a lot.
okay.
Thank you,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Going forward, I want to remind everyone to please be recognized by the chair to speak. We do follow our rules here. If we have anyone else who would like to address the board, please do so at this time. All right. If you will, please sign in and also state your name, address, and then you have 2 minutes.
My name is Gail Scott.
Yes.
My mother's lot is at 90 St. Catherine Street. Her name was Augustine Mackel, and she's deceased. We received a letter from the city, as well as a notification in the newspaper. It was an error. The lot that we're talking about is not on your list tonight, but it was on your list, as I said in the paper. And I just wanted to be sure that you understood. I wanted it on record to be
Okay.
clear that my mother's lot was not involved.
Okay.
It's clear. I have a picture here if you'd like to see it,
All right.
which indicates that there's no debris. The grass has been cut every Monday by me. So there should not be any issue.
All right,
I
Ms.
would
Scott.
like to,
Ms. Scott, if you could, please tell us the address again.
90 St. Catherine.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, Alderwoman
It's
Hall.
been clear.
I know it is. I know it is. I just wanted it on record that
Right.
it's clear, because we got a notification. It was in the paper. I understand
Yes.
all that. I just wanted it on
Okay.
record that it was not intended for that. I mean, it's been clear for years, so thank you for your time.
So, Ms. Scott, just to be clear, your property, your mother's property was listed in error.
It was.
Well, we apologize for that.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing it to our record, and we will have the minutes reflect that that was listed by mistake. Thank you. Yes, next, yes, Ms. Hill, if you will, say your name, sign in.
My name is Lavada Hill, and I'm here in reference to a property that's right next door to me.
Yes.
The property had been put on the condemned list, but it was taken off of the condemned list. And since then, the inside of the house is falling in, and I did put in a request through the city portal to get the backyard cut because the trees are taller than me back there. Last time the city came, they had to have 3 people come to clear that lot because the trees had grew back there.
Yes.
So how do you get
Ms.
the
Hill, what's the address? of the
119
property?
Monmouth Street? I'm sorry.
119 Monmouth Street.
Yeah,
It's
how do
not
you
on
get the
our
house
list
put back
tonight,
on the list?
But what I would like for you to do is to please talk to Commander Best, and we can start the adjudication process on it immediately.
On getting it condemned?
Well, that's exactly what we're doing tonight, and in order for us to discuss these, we have to follow a legal process.
Okay,
And that begins with notice, and it takes a period of steps following the law.
okay,
And we can certainly start that process right away
okay,
if you'll provide that information to Commander Best.
okay, because I did send in a request to get the lot cut about 4 months ago. Thank you.
Okay. Well, make sure he has that. We've been working so many, he'll need to look into that for you. Thank you, Ms. Hill. Do we have anyone else? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you'll please come and sign in, state your name and address, and we'll be happy to hear from you.
My name is Edward King, and I'm a renter of the property of 312 Lindbergh Avenue.
312 Lindbergh Avenue. Okay. I don't see it on our list tonight. It's not on here. It's been cleared.
It's been cleared.
It looks like that it has been cleared.
That's cool, but I want to get one thing issue straight.
Yes,
About the
Mr. King.
situation, because I felt like I was targeted over something petty, or somebody that have a little leeway or power or a little pull. And that wasn't cool because I felt like I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed in front of my family. My family has been embarrassed in front of our neighbors, knowing that my neighbors think of me highly. And I think of my landlord highly, if you know who owns this property.
Yeah.
I would fully respect that. And also to the T, who are part of the code of enforcement of the city of Natchez. And don't get me wrong when I say I do respect all officials, and I do respect the aldermen, I do respect the pillars of the community. But one thing I do not do respect is somebody who take a little bit of more power and authority more than they have to, and then they break the law. I will not go any further on it because I don't want to abbreviate right now on the microphone. But
Put it up so we can hear you.
ma'am?
Put the mic up so we can hear you.
I feel like some things with these properties, if the properties are bad, yeah, they need to be checked out. But some of the things when the people are being pulled about their properties are kind of petty for certain reasons, and that's not cool. And then certain things and certain laws are broken, and then people are not knowledgeable about the law. They don't know no better, and they get screwed over.
Yeah.
But I thank for you, and I thank the community for taking this off my burden, because I don't want to feel my landlord disrespected because he think highly of me much as highly I think the communities to the member. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you, Mr. King. And if any time you need to talk to me or our code enforcement department, we just call City Hall, and happy to have a meeting with you.
Thank you very much.
And here,
Have a great.
and
You as well.
Here's my card. Thank you, Mr. King. All right. Yes, ma'am. And I appreciate the gentleman's patience. We'll be with you in just a moment. I appreciate everyone's patience. Thank you.
Do I sign it first? I've been trying to call you, but I can't get you. I put my address on it.
Thank you.
My name is Edna Strader, and I'm here with the property on Old Horseshoe 121. I got a letter. That property, I've been trying to get it cleaned up.
Ms. Strader, we see a property 111 Old Horse.
121.
We don't see.
Old Horseshoe.
Okay.
He didn't pull it up there,
Ms.
but I
Strader,
got the letter.
It says that your property has been cleared.
Huh?
You are no longer on the adjudication list.
Oh, okay.
You are on the cleared list.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Obviously, you've been doing some
Okay.
things there, and the code enforcement
Okay.
commander has taken you off the list.
Okay. All right. Now, thank you for that.
Thank you, Ms. Strader.
Mhm. Y'all have a blessing.
You too. Thank you. All right. Next. It looks like we're about to wind it down.
My name is Cortez White. I'm from about the property from 5 Beaumont Street.
Yes.
I'll go pull the permit in the morning so I can start working on it.
That is good news, Mr. White. And you know, that is a very attractive property if it's shown some TLC.
Yes, sir.
Mr. White, are you working with our Commander of Code Enforcement, Mr. Best?
I hadn't talked to him about 5 Beaumont Street.
Okay, okay. Well, if you are getting the permit tomorrow and intend to begin working immediately, we need that to be in the record, just to keep a record of the minutes of
Yes,
this
sir.
public hearing.
All right.
That's not to say what the board will decide, but we definitely are putting your comments in the minutes.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. White. Do we have anyone else who would like to address the board?
We're gonna move them. Are we gonna be adjourned?
Okay, we've had a motion by Alderwoman Hall to adjourn the public hearing. Do I have a second? We will then go into a discussion in our regular meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Maroney. I'm sorry, did you
Wait,
want to
somebody-
address the board?
Oh.
We're
sorry.
Alderwoman, I will recognize your
Yes,
motion in a moment.
We didn't
Sir,
see
if you'll
you.
please come and address the board.
We didn't see you. Come on up.
Okay. You're wearing the right colors.
That's right. I don't know about that.
Thank you all.
All right, we got a tiger down here. Just enjoy it. If you will sign in and state your name and address for the record.
Yes, my name is Raythel Smith, and I would like to address the property of 16 William Street. Now, I'm not the owner, but this property is affecting me very much. And I've been working with it for a long time, but it appears that it's not really much is being done. Now, today, I did realize that they did the front yard and one side, but over a period of time, I've lost 7 dogs due to mosquito bites, giving them worms, got snake infested, rat infested, and it's just been going on for a long period of time. And so I'm just wondering, whenever the owners are contacted, you know, what is being said, because about a month ago, I know, they did the front and the side. And now this time, 2 months later, a month and a half later, they doing the same thing. So what's the remedy to this? Because it's not improving.
I think you make a very good point. It's very evident that this property is rightfully on the adjudication list. And if the owner has not expressed more interest in cleaning it up, we're going to have to go in and clean it up for them.
Okay.
And charge them for it.
Okay.
And we'll hopefully get that done after the adjudication takes effect.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And if you have any more questions, feel free to call out to our Commander Best, who's right there behind you.
Okay.
You can always call my office.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
And go awful.
Mr. Mayor, now move that, the public hearing be adjourned.
Now we entertain the motion by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderman Maroney. Discussion? We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. We are now back into regular meeting. I will recognize you, Commander Best. You've heard the various citizen comments. Is there anything you'd like to add to your report that you've made to the board tonight?
Would it be the board's pleasure to remove any properties from
Mr. Mayor.
the resolution?
Alderwoman, the question is, would it be the board's pleasure to remove any properties from the list? And we will entertain that question first. Alderwoman Smith.
I want to check on the 11, Brennan. Didn't you say, was that about to go for tax sale? I wouldn't think we'd want to adjudicate it if it was.
Yes, ma'am, it's a burnout, and it could present a public danger, but she did indicate that the family has not paid the taxes and they plan to let it go through the tax sale.
I feel like we should wait on that, pull that one from the moment and see when they do the next tax sale. Do you know when that is by
No, ma'am,
chance?
I don't.
I think it's August 1st.
Yeah. 'Cause
It
it's-
is August
Oh,
1st.
fourth.
She wasn't sure if it was in year 2 or year 3 of delinquent taxes, so we'll check on that tomorrow.
Tell you what, I would say, leave it on the list pending your review of its status. And if it should sell for taxes, we definitely can't go in until we determine who the new owner is. Okay. Does that seem fair? Madam Clerk, if you'll make sure that is included in the motion that we entertain.
The other one.
And that property is, let's have the address of that property
It
again,
was 11 Brenham.
11 Brenham Avenue.
And the only other one that I was gonna mention was the permit for 5 Beaumont. I don't know if they communicated that. You just said.
No, he said tomorrow. That has to be adjudicated today. This is.
Let's look at 5
I'm sorry.
Beaumont again.
If I could please remind you that to speak, I need to recognize you. And right now Alderwoman Smith has the floor.
Yeah, I was just saying that if the permit's already been, has that one happened yet, that permit?
The permit has not been pulled yet, but he said he's gonna go pull that in the morning.
We could wait till next meeting. If he hadn't pulled it, we can adjudicate it.
I think
Yeah.
once it's adjudicated, can he not steal a plant permit?
Yes, he can.
I will entertain someone who wants to speak. Alderwoman Hall.
I would think he could still get a permit even if though it's adjudicated.
Okay, so
Okay.
the other folks that got off.
We have had that happen in
So
the
they-
past. Any further discussion?
Yes,
Alderwoman
ma'am.
Irving?
I want to say this. You said about the property on 11 Burnham Avenue, and we're saying we're looking to see at the property sale whether or not someone will purchase. We're just hoping that someone would not be. And I think we've had this conversation over and over again that it wouldn't be a LLC. Because if it does, then that property could remain just as it is. They purchased the property and there is no teeth in the legislation, whereas it's going to remain the same. We have several houses in our community that's that way. And I know, and I'm only saying it because we see it happen over and over again.
I will say you raise a very good point, Alderwoman. We have had discussions with Troy Johnston with the Mississippi Municipal League and Butler Snow on that topic. I believe we can adjudicate against an LLC. The problem is the notification process. Do you have any other information on that process?
The issue that Ms. Irving is talking about, that companies will buy these properties at tax sale unseen. And then once they purchase the property, they come down and look at the property and decide that they don't want it. So then they let it then go back to the tax sale again. So we end up in the same position.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying
But
over
we-
and over again. It's no change.
And we could adjudicate against the LLC and charge the LLC.
And then
As long as they're paying the taxes.
And then it would go to the taxes and eventually would be paid by whoever the successor owner is. But those are very difficult situations because if it ends up then in custody of the state, that becomes another matter. However, we have discussed working with the Secretary of State's office on state-owned property and listing that property locally for sale. Property owned by the state of Mississippi can be purchased at 1/2 of the appraised value. And that is a very good thing. We're working on that. Right now, let's just stay to the motion. Any further discussion on the motion to adjudicate? Alderman Maroney?
If we take a piece of property like that, go ahead and clear it before the tax sale, can we get reimbursed from the proceeds of the tax sale?
The problem there is that there will be a tax sale happening in 4 days. We wouldn't have time for that, but we could be put in line for the tax sale next year. That's correct. Alderwoman Hall?
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
I'd like to move that all 27 properties as presented by Commander Lee Best, our Code Enforcement Director, be adjudicated. And 612 North Rankin be adjudicated with demolition by neglect, which makes it go before the Preservation Commission.
She said,
Alderwoman Hall, if you'll
I
repeat your
move
motion.
that all 27 properties be adjudicated as presented per our Commander Lee Best, Director of Code Enforcement Department, and 612 North Rankin be adjudicated demolition by neglect, which means it will go before the Preservation Commission.
Do I have a second? I'm sorry, the public hearing's over, but we'll explain that in a moment. Do we have a second to that motion?
Second.
Now, this motion has been seconded by Alderwoman Smith. Now, in the past, when we have had properties on the list that are in the Preservation District, once it goes through the Preservation Commission and the approval is given for it to be demolished, the city then has the option to go and demolish it. However, it does grant time for the homeowner to make those plans to demolish, and the homeowner would have that time, and you could coordinate with the city planner that hopefully by the time the permission is granted to tear it down, you would then be in a position to tear it down. If you were not in a position to tear it down, being that it's been adjudicated, the city would be able to then tear it down.
Just have her speak with,
And so I just answered, do we have further discussion?
Yes, sir.
Alderwoman
I do.
Irving?
First of all, I want to say, I don't think that that's fair. And the reason why I don't is because give her the option. That's her property, and she has had that discussion. She's in the process of making a decision to do demolition. Give her that process, not us, because we don't have the funding for one to do demolition for any of the properties. We don't have the funding to do that at this point. And
Alderwoman
so,
Irving, if you'd like to make a motion to amend the motion.
well, I would
before
like
the
to make a
floor,
motion to
we
amend the
can do
motion.
that.
Give her that opportunity. We don't
And
do
so is
demolition
your
to someone's
amendment-
property
Is your
and then
motion
sitting
to
here
amend to take that property
Yes.
off of the list?
for the demolition.
For now?
Yes.
Do we
yes.
have a second to the motion to amend?
And Mr. Mayor,
I need a second to your motion before we can continue. Does anyone second the motion?
I'll make a second there, Mr. Mayor.
Alderman Frazier has made a motion. We now have to have discussion on the motion
Mayor.
to amend. Alderwoman Irving, I'm
Yes, sir.
sorry, Alderwoman Hall, I recognize you.
612 is in historic district, so any demolition means it will go before the Preservation Commission.
She said.
That's correct. That's correct. Alderman Frazier?
Here's my concern, Mr. Mayor. We've had discussion going back and forth with this property, with this young lady. Now, if the city go in and it goes to the preservation, the city go in and tear this property down, or do she still retain ownership to that property, or who retain ownership to it?
She would still retain ownership to the property, but she would be liable to the city for the cost of tearing it down, plus fees and other expenses.
That's,
And under the motion that has been presented to amend, she would be taken off the list. I would assume she would pursue the avenue on her own, and should she not, she then could be at that time adjudicated. But it is up to the board whether they will approve or disapprove the motion to amend.
That is a burden. That is a burden on her. Like I say, she's not able to fix the property. She damn sure ain't able to tear it down.
She actually has stated for the record, she would be willing to tear the property down.
but I want
She
to.
has. Alderwoman
I would just like to say, because we provided her with information saying to get with the Preservation Commission, and then we also said to further the conversation with Mr. Best. And so that should be provided to her. Let her mentally make those decisions about her property.
I would
And
like.
then if she doesn't, then that's when we can come in and follow protocol.
Okay.
However, she's here tonight.
I would like to call the question on the motion to
Hold on, Mr. Mayor, I have
amend.
one more
Alderman
comment.
Frazier, yes, sir.
Just let me say this, to the board, I understand each and every individual up here is correct in what they're saying. And I understand that this property been run down, dilapidated for almost 20 years. 20 years or more, it's been on. So it's about time that we need to do something. And I understand what you're saying.
All right.
We're trying to be fair about this, but like I say, this is something that needs to be done. I, for one, know the history of that house. But like I say, it's been over 20 years and no one's been in it, and we got to do something.
Thank you. I will call the question. Yes, Commander Best.
Mayor and board, if a property is adjudicated, the homeowner still has 10 days to appeal that adjudication. If a home in the historic district is adjudicated, it will still have to go before preservation.
Okay.
And in order for her to obtain a work permit for the property, she would have to go before preservation. So either thing that we do tonight will send her to preservation.
Okay. And so either motion will. I would like to now call the question on the motion to amend. Can I
So-
call the question? Without, this way, we will now vote on your motion to amend. We will now have a vote on the motion to amend. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it, motion carries. So now, the original motion is amended, to remove, the, North Rankin property to allow the homeowner time to pursue the process, to have it approved for demolition through the Preservation Commission. I would encourage you to get with, our city planner right away, because obviously the board can adjudicate it at a future meeting if that is not done. Now, we are back to the original motion. Any further discussion?
But, Ms. Mayor,
Yes.
on these, I want to make sure these are tracked so that we know if we get our money back. Because a lot of taxpayers fuss at me because now we're stuck with taking care of 27 properties. So this is not a good thing. This is a terrible thing when people don't keep up their property. All taxpayers pay for it unless we get reimbursed, and oftentimes we don't. So it's very, very frustrating for people that do take care of their homes in town.
That's a very good point.
Very frustrating.
And it's my understanding that Department of Code Enforcement is now keeping a spreadsheet, coordinating with other departments, any work that has to be done, and then working with it. And
Tax
we
collector's
will,
office.
am I correct? We will
Correct.
communicate that information to the county tax
Tax
collector
collector's office. Yes,
so
sir.
that it can be added to the taxes. Thank you. And please have that inserted in the minutes. With that said, I do have one question. In the motion that has been made by Alderwoman Hall, normally we do have to read aloud certain language pertaining to the motion.
Correct.
Do we have that available?
We do.
All right, if we could please read through that quickly for the purpose of our minutes.
Before we.
Yes, Alderwoman Hall.
Have this discussion, I want to thank Commander Best and his staff for the hard work they've been doing. Over 150 residents have worked with you on properties that have been reported.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
So
you.
only 27 is a monumental reduction
It
in
is.
what you have been doing. So I want to commend you for what you've done.
Thank you. And our community has been overwhelmingly cooperative and attempted to come
And
into
we can
order.
now add to that, close, as of tonight, close to 200 you have worked with without having to adjudicate, and that is good progress. Thank you, Alderwoman Hall. And now, Commander Best, if you will read for the minutes the wording that has to be included in our motion. That has already been made, but this, for the minutes, will have to be included.
Resolution adjudicating nuisance properties in the city of Natchez, Mississippi. Whereas the charter of the city of Natchez, Mississippi provides powers to the mayor and the board of aldermen generally to ensure property is cleaned and maintained and to ensure the health, safety, and welfare. And whereas the mayor and board of aldermen as authorized by state law and by section 42-81B of the Natchez City Code, following the provisions of the notice required by section 21-19-11 of Mississippi Code of 1972 as amended, held a public hearing on today, July 29th, 2025 at 6 p.m. at 115 South Pearl Street, Natchez, Mississippi, in the council chamber building, to determine if the property herein described is in such a state of uncleanliness as to be a menace to public health, safety, and welfare of the community. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and board of aldermen and regular council convened that pursuant to the aforesaid section 21-19-11 Mississippi Code of 1972 as amended, The condition of the following properties was considered at a duly noticed public hearing. The mayor and the Board of Aldermen determined that one of the following conditions exists on the properties: grass and weeds over 12 inches in height, failure to maintain exterior of building, vehicles parked beyond 72 hours, dangerous or dilapidated structures, offensive accumulations, screening unsightly items. Pursuant to the report of the investigating code enforcement officers, the conditions on the property are in violation of Section 301-3 and Section 302-4 of the 2009 International Property Maintenance Code, adopted by reference in Section 5.9.2 of the Development Code of the City of Natchez, Mississippi. Then list the 26 properties. Should I read through the properties again?
I don't believe we have to. We have covered them all in the presentation.
That public interest and necessity requiring same, this resolution shall become effective upon passage. The above and foregoing resolution, after having been first reduced to writing and was introduced by Alderwoman, I believe it was Alderwoman Hall, and seconded by Alderwoman Smith, was it Alderwoman Smith?
Yeah.
And was adopted by the following vote to wit. What is the?
All right, the motion has been made. All of the proper documentation provided. We will now call the question.
This is a roll call, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, yes, I understand. We will call the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. Alderwoman Hall.
Aye.
Alderman Frazier.
Aye.
Alderwoman Smith.
Aye.
Alderwoman Irving.
Aye.
Alderman Davis.
Aye.
Alderman Maroney.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Motion carries. Thank you so much, Commander Best. Good job. And we also want to thank Lieutenant Baldwin. I see him back there hiding behind our police chief. We appreciate him. The officer, Jose, I don't see, but we've got a good team working. And Chief Green, you're to be congratulated because your leadership behind the scenes has really helped us to bring this forward as a proper activity under our police department, and we thank you for that.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I want to just remind everyone, it is 7:15 and we are just now starting our agenda. This is a special call meeting. We will have another meeting in just a couple of weeks. So, and we have an executive session tonight. So let's just be mindful of time as we go. I will call now Mr. James Johnson for his report. Good evening.
I will try and be brief. I did provide a fresh copy of my report to your respective desks a little earlier today. No changes, but I did add the numbers from the bids received earlier today. Commerce Street ADA and aesthetic improvements quote bids were received at 10 o'clock a.m. today for the above referenced project. Basically, that was the sealant that would be applied on that block of Commerce between Main and Franklin to the expansion joints nearest the building facade. 3 quotes are listed: Hope Enterprise $8,346, Dozer LLC $22,500, and Highway Safety Systems LLC $35,375. All are within budget. Pleasure of the board.
It was a pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Second.
Motion to accept Hope Enterprises. Is that your motion? Alderwoman Smith?
Mhm.
Alderwoman Smith has made a motion to accept Hope Enterprises. Do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Maroney? Discussion?
Yes.
Yes, Alderwoman Irving.
Mr. Johnson, I just want to say, Hope Enterprise has 2 other projects that's going on with us.
That is correct.
And so what are we looking at for a deadline if they take on this 3rd project?
They have said approximately 14 days.
14 days. Okay, that would be my concern because, I mean, didn't meet the deadline with the golf clubhouse, and I know there was some weather circumstances of that nature, but that's been a concern, So I know our laws and, I got clarity on this. At MML, we don't always have to go with the lowest bid. We want the best scope of work being done in a timely manner, if all possible. So I just want to keep that in mind.
Okay,
Just want to keep that in mind.
thank you, Alderwoman Irving.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Alderwoman Hall.
there's quite a discrepancy too in the bid amounts.
It
Yes.
is. It is. Big difference. Big difference.
Do you care to
I
comment?
cannot explain how contractors bid.
Yeah.
Alderman Frazier?
Here's my concern, Mr. Mayor. Hope Enterprise, they have, as you say, they have a number of contracts that they're dealing with the city. They got a number of projects. They have the convention center, I know for one, and now they're trying to do the other one. They're, from my understanding, they're behind on the convention center.
Actually, Alderman Frazier, they are not.
Excuse me?
Actually, Alderman Frazier, they are not.
They're not Hope Enterprise?
They're not behind.
Well,
Any
they're behind on
delays?
the bathroom's been down for the longest.
Any delays were caused by the tenant.
Okay, but like I say, they have too many, we're giving them too many projects, and they're not coming in on time. They're not coming in on time. I don't care how y'all put it or how you say it, they're not coming in on time. We need to start spreading these contracts out with other people besides Hope Enterprise, because we're getting bogged down. We're getting bogged down with, and here's another thing, what we need to start doing. When we start giving out a contract, we need to start giving them what you call something like giving them so many. If they come back with a bid pack, I see a change order coming on another one. If they come back with a change order, we need to say, we're gonna give you a contract for $40,000 or whatever. We're gonna say, hey, we're gonna give you, when you come back again, we're gonna put that in the contract. We need to put this in the contract. If you come back again, you can't go over 10%. We are getting sucked in by these contracts and these change orders. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman Frazier. Do we have further discussion? Further discussion. I do want to say one thing in defense of Hope Enterprises. They are a local company. We have had a number of instances where they have been the lone bidder, and in many cases, the bidder that brought us in under budget. While yes, we have had some delays, they are on time for the convention center project. The delays that have been experienced have been agreed upon delays due to conferences that have been held when they were not able to work on the bathrooms. And they have worked with the convention center and with the architect in every way. They also, yes, are behind on the golf clubhouse, but if you were to go out there and look at the quality of their work, the quality is very good. Also, they are doing very well with the Angeletti House in spite of the rain that we have had.
That's not them.
And I'm so sorry.
Right. That's not.
That's
I'm so
Wilmar.
sorry.
That's Wilmar.
Yeah.
As you say, we have a lot of projects. I do want to say also, they have done good work for us on some recent erosion projects. And so I don't want to just totally throw someone under the bus. Also, I want to remind everyone, budgets are tight. And there is a good bit of difference between 22,000 and 8,346. Yes, Alderwoman
I'm
Smith.
just going to add a little to that. At MML, we heard over and over that cities feel like contractors throw out prices out in the wind. They're so high. This is somebody that's bidding reasonably. We're going to sit there and gripe about it being, let's see, $16,000 or whatever less. I can't see very well, but that's blows my mind, especially with the
14,000.
Thank you,
Yes.
14. I need more different glasses, but and if you go out and look at the quality of their work at the golf house, which I've done, I'm very appreciative of that. So I'm glad we have a local company bidding prices that work for our budget.
But I would agree, they need to get this done within the days allotted.
Mr. Mayor, excuse me.
Yes, Alderman
You
Frazier.
know, I'm not gonna sit up here because I can go on and on about this. But no, I'm going on again because, like I say, I'm for keeping business in natural local business. But if your company is not up to stuff in what they say they're gonna do, and you keep on coming with change orders and all this kind of stuff, something is wrong. I think we need to start doing these contracts, like I said earlier, we need to start doing them a little different. That's all. I want business to stay in natural. I don't want, like I said, we can get local contracts, that's fine. But let's put them on the heels too, and make sure they get things done properly.
Thank you, Alderwoman Hall.
I agree with Alderman Frazier. We've had, and Alderman Irving, we've had delay after delay after delay. on multiple projects with this company. They may do very good work. But we have had too many delays, and that is my,
Just one more.
Thank
thing,
you.
my discussion.
Thank you, Alderwoman Smith.
My final comment is anybody's done any work on anything in their property at their house, they know that there are delays constantly. It's just the way it is in construction.
You come to mind,
I'm
I would
calling
like
for the
to
question.
call for the question.
Thank you.
But you know, that could be an ongoing,
We will call-
you open up a
we
can
will
of
call
worms
for the
again.
question. I will do this as a roll call vote. Alderwoman Hall, Alderman Frazier, Alderwoman Smith,
I'm blown, my mind is blown.
Alderwoman Irving.
Nay.
Alderman Davis.
Aye.
Alderman Maroney.
Aye.
And I break the tie, and I vote aye.
And they would want
And so the motion
22,000.
carries. Next item, Mr. Johnson.
Scope of work.
Natchez
Something
Convention
missing.
Center bid package number
14,000 more.
2, 2022 Convention Center Complex GOB. Staff in concert with Wake County Dungan is requesting a motion to approve change order number 2, extending the contract from July 22nd to August 31st due to 33 days. The tenant and/or owner requested the contractor demobilize and move off-site to events at the convention center.
So that's your ward. Ms.
So,
Hall.
entertain a motion?
Ms.
What is
Hall.
the-
Ms.
It doesn't
Hall.
have to be me to
It
make
doesn't
the
have to
motion.
be.
I need a
Anybody
motion.
make a
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Alderwoman Irving and Alderman Davis has seconded that motion. Discussion?
I'm
We
gonna say it
will-
again. I'm here, say it again, too many change
That's
orders.
it, it's right there.
The,
It's legit.
the
Yeah, that's
tenant,
legit.
the tenant has requested this
Right.
because of a lot of conference activity. And they have on a number of occasions asked the contractor to demobilize, and the contractor has done so. So this is actually showing the contractor has been willing to work with the convention center. It's been a very difficult process to do this while hosting major conventions. I would like to now call for the question.
Call.
The question's been called. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item, Mr. Johnson.
Request for proposals for qualified environmental professionals, FY25 EPA Brownfields Community-Wide Assessment Grant. Staff is requesting a motion to advertise for and receive proposals for a qualified environmental professional to work with the city of Natchez to assist in successfully carrying out the various federal requirements of this second assessment grant.
So moved.
Motion made by
Second.
Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Staff is also requesting a motion to appoint a selection committee consisting of a representative of the mayor's office, one member of the board, City Clerk Megan McKenzie, and myself to review, evaluate, and rank the proposals received, and for the committee recommended qualified environmental professional to present it to the full board of aldermen.
What is the pleasure of the board?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Maroney and seconded by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Morgantown Road Drainage and Reconstruction Project, MCWI program funded by DEQ. Staff is recommending approval of agreement modification number 3, clarifying that the maximum amount of MCWI funds available totals $1,908,693.53. The maximum amount of City of Natchez ARPA funds available totals $905,437.24. And the maximum amount of City of Adams County ARPA funds totals $1,003,256.29. And the reason for this is staff made a clerical error last August in submitting paperwork to DEQ, and it was not noticed until about 6 weeks ago.
And this corrects that.
Yes, sir, it does. DEQ is on board.
And no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul.
I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Motion
Second.
made by Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderman Maroney. We'll have discussion.
The clerical error was
Yes.
made on.
Alderman Frazier.
Was made on the 900 some thousand.
Basically, both figures were presented incorrectly to DEQ last August, but all monies were properly budgeted for. We just had a clerical error. And it was not caught until a recent reimbursement when it came up negative.
Mr. Johnston, I want to thank you for all your hard work. Things are going well, but I really want to thank the citizens in Morgantown Road area for their patience. It's been a very tough project, but we are making progress. I will now call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Next item.
Natchez Convention Center, select roof replacement, 2022 Convention Center, GOB. Staff in concert with Waycaster Dungan is requesting a motion to advertise for general contractors to replace the existing roofing system in Zone 1 and Zone 2 and install new at the Natchez Convention Center. These two zones are located along Main Street side of the building. Estimated cost $240. And you see right here on the Main Street side, two areas in the front of the building that we will look to receive bids for from general contractors. Pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion? I want to say it is a great thing that we have money left in the budget to address the roofing on this 25-year-old building. The roofs have a 25-year rating, so the timing is perfect. And with all the beautiful work that's gone on, it's so important. And I thank Mr. Waycaster for working with us on this project. I'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
And while I'm here.
And I think you are presenting something for Mr. Porter.
Yes, sir, please. Mr. Porter had a conflict. He had something at Colin from 4 to 8 and asked if I would not mind. Duncan Park Trail System, Recreational Trail Program, funding by the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks. Mr. Porter is requesting a motion to advertise for the construction of the proposed recreation multi-use trail at Duncan Park.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderwoman Hall. With discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Alderwoman
the
Hall.
board has already approved this trail.
I'm sorry, I could not hear you. I'm
I
sorry.
said the board has already approved this.
Yes.
Not advertising, no.
Not
Yeah.
you, I know. We approved
The trail.
Yes, yes,
That's
ma'am.
right. Very good. We will now call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Mr. Johnston, thank you. And I want to congratulate you on a great celebration last week
Thank you.
for all of the years you have given
Uh-huh.
in service while you've been alive on this planet. And we wish you many, many more happy
Appreciate that.
years of service. Happy birthday.
Y'all have a good one.
You did that? You did that?
I saw that. Mr. Rudder, you're now recognized.
Good evening, Mayor and Board.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Seeking approval to accept the low bid for dumpster enclosure at the Civic Center. In your package, you have two bids for this project, one from L. Scott Construction for $17,280 and one from R.L. Blanton Construction for $14,985. I'm asking that you accept the low bid from R.L. Blanton for $14,985. What's your pleasure?
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderman Davis.
Yes.
We'll have discussion. We will call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Rudder.
you.
Ms. Monroe?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Everyone. How are you all doing
We're
today?
fine. How are you?
I'm here to request approval to renew the contract with Capel Lincoln Community College to provide senior job seekers program at the Natchez Senior Center.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion? We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Ms. Monroe.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Alderwoman Hall.
I did have one question. We were
Yes.
fast in this
Yes,
process.
Alderwoman Hall.
Ms. Monroe, will you explain what you're planning to do for the seniors with physical challenges?
Well, they normally interview and we find things that they can do
at the senior center that can be productive. And they're,
I mean, with your contract with Colin.
yes, that with that contract with Colin, those services are provided to the Natchez Senior Center at no cost through the program. And basically, we find things that they can do if it's like receptionist or help filing papers, you know, maybe some cleaning and things of that nature. But we don't, you know, it's more light duty that we put them on.
Thank you.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you so much.
Great
We
job.
appreciate all you do, Ms. Monroe. Commander Lee Best, you're back up.
Hello again.
Hello.
I am seeking board approval for a contract with AD&S for a new fingerprint scanner.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion?
Yes,
Yes, Alderman Frazier?
I got something.
Yes, sir.
Commander Vest, let me ask you this question. What is your job description at the police? What are you, a code enforcement officer?
Yes, sir, I'm a commander with the Natchez
Oh,
Police
code
Department.
enforcement officer. You're requesting a proposal for a scanner, which is a fingerprint scanner. Am I correct?
You're correct.
Well, that's, if I'm not mistaken, with my expertise at the police department, being that I ran that division, that should be presented by the chief of police or either Ben, he's not here. So I want to know why you coming up and requesting something for.
Chief Green, would you like to come forward?
That's who
and
should be
answer
presenting that to us,
Alderman
not him,
Frazier's
Mr.
question?
Mayor.
Chief Green, you're recognized.
Thank you. Commander Best helps me with my with my technology. He's very knowledgeable in those areas, more so than anybody else that I have available. And I asked if he would present these items to be approved by the board this evening.
I understand, but you
Okay,
do have,
thank
you
you,
do
Chief.
have other commanders out there. He's supposed to be the one bringing that, not the code enforcement officer. Now, here's another question for you. You're requesting approval for proposal for a fingerprint scanning machine. Is the scanning machine working or is it
No,
down?
sir, it is not.
How long it been down?
That machine was down when Chief Daughtry was here.
It's been down 3 years and y'all just not coming somewhere down the one, somebody slipping with the ball. It's been down 3 years and here y'all coming requesting something for a broke down machine that we probably need to buy another one. Y'all requesting for a proposal for software.
No, sir, this is for a new machine.
A new machine.
It's not for the
Okay,
software.
you're coming requesting for a new machine. We got to do a budget. You're coming here, but you don't always have a bid on how much it's gonna cost the city. But still, we
It's
got-
in here.
we
You
got-
hadn't read it?
I didn't see it. I hadn't seen it. I didn't get it.
But you just hadn't read it. It's
But
in
the
there.
thing of it is, like say, I don't know what's going on. I'm just. No, he's not out there. He's up here. He's not out there. No, you got people out there. That's their job, not his.
Alderman Frazier?
I'm sorry, with all due respect, I have asked other people to take care of this issue and it has not been taken care of. I did ask the person who would take care of it and he has.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
I'll entertain, Alderman Frazier,
I'm not through
we
this,
need
ma'am.
to move on to some others.
I am
who need
not
Their
through.
opportunity to speak.
I am not through.
You still have the floor, Alderman Frazier.
Okay, like I say, I don't know what, like I say, you're getting data and all this. Like I said, I don't have it. I didn't get it in my packet. They didn't give it to me. But I'm just perplexed on what's going on out there. Who's running the show? Okay, I'm through.
Call delegation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Chief Green, I do
You're not
appreciate
delegating, you're gonna delegate
Thank
to
you all.
the
And,
people that got there.
Chief Green, I apologize to you.
You don't have to apologize for me, Mr. Mayor. You don't have to apologize for
Alderwoman
nobody.
Irving, you are recognized.
I, no disrespect toward you, Mr. Best, or anything, but I thought Mr. Edmund Peralt was our technology person. He has brought cameras back up. He has done lots of things in our police department, our fire department, when it comes to technology. And I just thought that would have been the go-to person if you were going to for technology. Because that is his expertise.
If I
And I
could,
would have thought that would
if I
come.
could say something, I've got to intervene. We have a lot on our agenda.
I just would
There's an
have
old
thought.
saying, I don't care who gets the credit as long as the job gets done. But I also want
But
to
it's
say this,
protocol.
I'm not going to micromanage this police chief who is assigned a duty to someone who's gladly accepted it and performed the duty very well. We have a quote, AD&S for $16,995, maintenance for $1,895 per year. Do we have any further discussion on that motion and only pertinent to that motion? The question has been called. We will now entertain, go to a vote. Alderwoman Hall,
Aye.
Alderman Frazier, Alderwoman Smith, Alderwoman Irving,
Aye.
Alderman Davis, Alderman Maroney.
Aye.
The ayes have it, motion carries. Next item, Commander Best.
Seeking board approval to upgrade the police department report management system to ISOMS from Omnigo.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderwoman Hall.
coming out?
Discussion?
Call the question.
The question has been called. I do want to make this statement, and that is, this is a great day for Natchez because we are about to be on the same software as the county and 911. This is going to reduce a duplication of efforts. Our officers will be having more time to be on the streets, actually keeping our city safe rather than stuck at the station, having to type reports that have already been typed at 911 or in some cases at the sheriff's office. And it's a big, it's not only a better use of our officers' time and talent, but it also steps forward in a historic move for cooperation. And Chief Green, you are so humble, and you have Commander Best here presenting this, but I want to say it has been under your leadership that we are having better relations between our police department and our sheriff's department than I think we've seen in quite a long time. And thank you, Chief Green. I would like to call the question. Question's been called. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. We have one nay. Alderman Frazier has voted nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir, Mayor, the chief and the staff of the Natchez Police Department are shorthanded and overwhelmed. And I will continue to pick up deficiencies as I can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
These items will come from IT, but Director Perrault was not sure if he could be here tonight. He had treatment today, so he was not sure if he was going to be here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commander Best.
Mr. Mayor, I was just
Alderman
simply
Frazier?
saying, where's the other commanders? That's the only thing I was saying. What's their job description? What's going on? That's all I was saying. We got other people out
I
there.
see our chief back there, and I trust our chief. Mr. Perrault, we are so glad you're here tonight, and you are next on the agenda.
Just want to get. Good evening, Mayor.
And I want to thank you for the assistance you have provided, Commander Best. I've been in the meetings.
Yeah,
and
I
we
was
appreciate
involved
that.
with him and
Yes.
we coordinated. I wanted to ask for permission to purchase new computers for our city. This will not be for our senior center or our transit center. Those were upgraded under Ms. Bartley, under a grant that she had. But the rest of our city has to be upgraded to Windows 11. And we have some hardware and firmware constraints that our computers cannot meet. So we'll need to replace these 83 computers. We did get bids, and we're asking you to accept the $74,000 bid from Dell Computers.
Okay, I'll entertain that motion.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman
Second.
Maroney, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. We'll now have discussion.
Yes.
Yes, Alderwoman
Thank you,
Irving.
Mr. Mayor. I just was gonna ask, where we're replacing those computers in what department?
Every one of our computers
Every-
other than senior center and transit.
Senior citizen
Senior
transit. So
center and
every department.
transit, Ms. Bartley
Okay.
had had me upgrade those a few years back, and they do meet the requirements. I will have to get those upgraded to Windows 11, the hardware and the software can support those computers.
I just had that same problem with my city phone, so I do understand.
Took us out of the blue on
Thank
that.
you.
Alderman Maroney, do you have anything to add? You have
Well,
worked so hard
just-
behind the scenes. We
Yeah, of course,
appreciate
this
it.
this is what I do for a living as well. And I work very closely with Edmund and Dell on this. And what a lot of people don't understand is that Windows 11 requires a certain chip in the computer that a lot of older computers don't have. So a lot of older computers cannot run, even though they run Windows 10 fine, they are incapable of running Windows 11. Microsoft is dropping support for Windows 11, Windows 10 soon, which can leave us in the lurch. So this is a good move. We did a lot of work. We got some really good pricing on some nice computers. This is a good move and something we really need to do.
And this is within my budget.
Thank
Yes.
you. I know when you prepared your budget, you saw this coming, and we thank
No,
you.
sir, I didn't.
I thought you
Because-
did.
Because I didn't know at the beginning, at budget time last year, that Windows was gonna drop support.
Oh,
Whenever I found that out, we
Well-
kind of pinched pennies to save as much as
you
we
know,
could.
time kind of runs together for me. I just remember when you brought it up to me, you said, well, I've got the money for it. We appreciate that. I do have one question.
Yes,
There
sir.
is a proposal here with NetLink Voice,
Correct.
and this is for 80 configurations for computers. Do we need to take up this in another motion, or will that be necessary?
Probably a different motion.
Different motion. And I think we're going to need to explain what that is. Let's take care of this motion first. I will entertain a call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Now, Ms. Baralt, the replacement NetLink voice services, could you explain what that is?
Yes, and when we contracted with NetLink Voice, they gave us they provide our virus protections, our tools that are available to us to connect into the PCs. They can, the monitoring, all that stuff. If you're in IT, you can connect to other people's computers and help them out remotely. It does all those kind of things. All that software has to be put on these computers and provisioned on them. Plus, they have to go into every computer and figure out what software is already on it and get the reinstall to install all that software. Plus, there's stuff like printers and a bunch of settings and stuff. Of course, we take the games out, all that kind of stuff. That's what those costs are, is for them to provision the PCs after we purchase them. The PCs will already have Windows 11 on them. Now, for the senior center and transit center, they do not have Windows 11, but it will be an upgrade process, which means that that's in place. All their software will stay on it, but it will not disrupt that, but they will upgrade it to Windows 11.
All right, thank you, Mr. Peralta. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Alderman Maroney has made the motion. Alderwoman Hall seconded that motion. We will now move to discussion. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Peralta. Chief Cal Green, you're now recognized.
Thank you. I am asking that the board advertise a public hearing for taxi cab service.
Second. Motion made by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderman Davis. I would like clarification on when that public hearing will be held. Will it be held at the date of our next meeting?
I believe we have to, it's 15 days notice, isn't it? So I think we will be able to have it at the next meeting.
I certainly hope so. All right. We will now call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Chief Green, thank you so much. Chief Green, I want to tell you also, we had a great meeting today. We talked about some great initiatives you have underway going forward. And I know that our community has been concerned but I want our community to understand that our police are on top of things.
They are.
And we also are working with the sheriff's office. We're also working with other authorities,
We are.
and these are good things. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
our next meeting is in Chief Green. Our next meeting is 14 days away, so that's not gonna give you enough
Okay.
time to do that. So
Do it in the month.
we'll have to do it.
We'll have to
either
do it at
end of
the
month
second
or
meeting.
Have a special call.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. We are now to city officials' reports. I will remind you, we have an executive session tonight. But we will entertain your reports at this time. Alderwoman Hall.
Yes, sir. I'd like to offer my condolences to Alderman Frazier and his family on the death of his sister.
Thank you, man.
Praying for you.
Yes.
We had another outstanding Mississippi Municipal League Conference, and several of our department heads were there, which was a great thing to see, for them to get updates on their different departments as well, and different ordinances that are coming down from the state. So I want to thank them for taking that initiative to do that. Also congratulate all of our graduates. Alderman Frazier and I graduated from the professional development level, which is the highest level of MML certification for municipal officers. Mayor Gibson and Alderman Davis also graduated at their different respective levels.
Thank you.
I'll also.
And I've got to say, you did it in record time.
I don't know about that, but
She did. She did.
I did
She
it
did.
in 4 years.
That's
Yes, I
right.
did.
That's
I
what
did
you
it in
do
4
it.
years.
That's right. That's what I did
All 3
8
levels.
years ago.
I'm very proud of that. All
Yes.
in 4 years.
Then
All
4
3
years.
levels.
That's right. So did I.
The last thing I did speak to our city clerk about when we will be having our public hearings on our upcoming budget for the next fiscal year. And she's awaiting tax roll documents from the Board of Supervisors. Hopefully she will get those next week. And she needs that in order to calculate our assessed values.
Okay.
That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Alderman Frazier.
Short and sweet.
Yes, sir.
No.
I'm writing that down. None. Thank you. And Alderman Frazier, we do express to you our condolences.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Alderwoman Smith.
Just quickly want to say, I appreciate when I see teamwork in our city and folks not ever saying that's not my job. And I hear that over and over. People are always happy to step up and do something to help out. And so I'm very appreciative of it. That's the way I always approach my job. There's nothing that's not my job wherever I work. I will do whatever it takes to help. So thank y'all. Thank you, Sidney. Thank you, all the department heads and your department members. We appreciate you.
That's it.
All right. Thank you. Very, very well said. Alderwoman Irving.
Okay, and I want to begin by offering my condolences as well to the Frazier family, Alderman Frazier and his family, keeping you in prayer. I want to begin with, we had a great MML conference and learned a lot of new information from that conference. One of the things that I would like to see happen next year, that our attorneys, and I know our board attorney was there at the meeting, but at those meetings, so that we can get some legislation changed. That was what was agreed, that there need to be a little more teeth. And I think one of the things that we need to see in our ordinance with adjudicated properties, LLCs purchasing properties, is meeting with our state legislators as well, because that's where the change is going to come. Meeting with them and having a meeting to see what can be done. That was one of the things that was shared with us. I'm talking, let me finish. And
No, I
then
was
you
going to
can.
add to that.
Okay, okay.
Alderwoman.
She can go on if you're
There
adding.
are new laws
Mhm.
already on the books, so I've asked the mayor to set an ordinance committee so we can get with our city planner and our code enforcement officer about all of these different laws
Okay.
that
All
are
right.
new.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alderwoman.
And now that you said that, and the ordinance committee is going to meet, I ask that you all record the minutes so that it can be shared with the board in advance, so that we would have that information. Because one other thing I want to bring to the attention of the ordinance, the new laws that came down July 1, Ms. Hall, referring to how we would address homelessness and panhandling. All of that would be a part of that discussion as well.
That's all part of
Okay,
the new
all right.
laws.
Okay. And Mr. Mayor, I want to ask, one of the things that we were encouraged to do at MML is that this is a time that our state legislators are not in session.
Yeah.
And so would like to have a meeting so they would have an idea of what we are needing, what our citizens are needing and what our needs are for our wards. And so if we could arrange that, I would be very happy that that can take place. Because I do have some things that need to be addressed, and I feel if they knew beforehand with the new session, then they could start addressing those issues as a team of delegations from Mississippi.
Okay.
The other, I went to Atmos Gas meeting and found out a lot of interesting information there. There are grants that they could possibly help with our fire department to purchase equipment. So that's something we may want to look into. I do have a card that I could share with you all who the director was, and I'll leave that information with you. I also want to move on to the Monteville Jubilee, our 31st annual Monteville Jubilee. It was awesome. Mr. Mayor, I personally want to thank you and all of the other aldermen that are here. I know we had your blessings. It was such a beautiful day. It began with our Freedom March to our gospel hour at the church. You did a great job there, greeting our public and our community. And it was just an overall great day. So I want to thank all of our donors who helped make that day. We are getting thank you cards ready now so that we can get those mailed out. Everyone that helped with making Monteville Jubilee a success. 35 years in Warren County. I also want to say that get off here. Monteville Jubilee that
excuse me, I don't need to interrupt, but I was in here for Woodlawn for USR Nursing in Tributions Urban.
Oh,
I want to make sure we don't get missed.
I'm sorry, that is not on the agenda at this time. It's not. But certainly you can meet with Alderwoman Irving after the meeting.
I'm here. I'm available after the meeting.
Yes, after the meeting.
I thought it'd be on the
We,
agenda.
that is not, and I'm so sorry, but when it's not on the agenda, we can't acknowledge anyone from the, from the audience at this time unless it's on the agenda.
Okay.
But I know Alderwoman Irving has your number, Ms. Ambo, and this.
And I did receive the number.
Yes.
I did. And okay. I also want to say that the Monteville Jubilee Committee received a letter of recognition from Congressman Benny Thompson's office in recognition of outstanding and invaluable service to the community. That was to the Monteville Committee, and one to me as being the chairperson of that Monteville Committee as well. I want to say that it's growing. It's very valuable to our community and to that community within itself. Within that community within itself. And I hope to see that it spreads to other communities as well, because it's a part of identifying your culture, bringing people together, possibly community development, educational outreach, a number of things take place there. So I'm grateful for that. Mr. Mayor, I know there's something else and I just didn't find it in my note. However, I'll end it, but I do want to wish my son a happy birthday today.
Oh, God. Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ligarian. You're the best. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Alderman Irving, I want to say I thoroughly enjoyed being there with you.
Yes.
And to see how the constituents in that area love you and appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
And I didn't want to leave. And I had another event and I ended up being over an hour late for it because I just couldn't get away. I didn't want to leave.
Well, they didn't want you to leave
And it
either,
was
Mayor.
wonderful. Thank you
They didn't. It was great.
Thank you
It
for
was great.
the kindness you showed to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Well, I have to say this, Mayor. You know, everybody seemed to think they have this cliche that, Irving and Alderwoman Irving and the mayor don't get along. We do. We just have different perspective on things. But the love for the individual is there.
It is.
It's there. And I really appreciate that.
I do too.
Yes.
Thank you, Alderman.
Thank you.
Alderman Davis?
I really don't have a report tonight, but I just want to tell Alderman Fraser my condolences and also congratulate him on he's coming up on his 50 years of being married.
You ain't do that. You ain't do that. You wrong.
So let's make sure that we say congratulations for that. You know,
That's a long time.
Although there are some people who say occasionally to Marla, my wife, condolences, but that's a long time.
That's a
Wow,
long
that's a
time.
great deal.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Say what you want to say, Mr. Mayor, for putting up with me. That's what you want to say.
Thank you. Alderman Maroney, you're recognized.
Been working a good bit with some folks over in the Montebello neighborhood, and I just wanted to thank the police chief and Commander Best for some help on that, as well as the mayor. We do have a neighborhood watch next Tuesday night at Parkway Baptist Church at 6. All are invited from any wards anywhere in town. If you've got concerns, I think the chief will be there. I'll be there.
And I'll be.
And Mary Dan will be there as well. So, yeah, again, congratulations, Billy Joe. I'm going to be at that party. Count on it. Count on it. So that's it for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, and I have to make another shout out. I can't let this go by. It's a big deal. Alderwoman Irving elevated to first vice president in the Black Caucus this last week. And that is a statewide position.
It is.
That means she
Thank
will
you.
be
The president next
of the
year.
Black Caucus next
Yes,
year.
thank you.
And
Thank
that's
you,
a
Mayor.
real honor.
Thank you.
Honor for you and an honor for Natchez.
Yes.
City clerk's report. Madam Clerk, we now come around to you.
Yes, short and sweet. First item is request for approval of the 2nd July 2025 claims docket.
Second.
Motion made, Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion?
Yes.
Well, yes, Alderwoman Irving.
Okay. So, I'll just wait because we got executive session.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, not indicating that she's going to discuss that in executive session, just you're going to discuss that with the city clerk
Yes, ma'am.
offline.
Yes.
Because we have limited time.
Time, because of time.
Wanted to just make sure people know we're not discussing that in executive session. The motion, question's been called. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Next item is a request for approval of the 2nd July 2025 mini claims docket.
What's the pleasure of the board?
So move.
Motion made by Alderwoman Irving, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion? We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Thank you. And I want it just stated, we say this from time to time, that when we pass these, it is understood that there is nothing on these dockets that in any way benefits financially any person with a family affiliation to a member of this board. And I'd like that from time to time placed in the minutes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Mr. Attorney, your report.
One thing, the licensing agreement between the city of Natchez and the Natchez Balloon Festival for the 2025 Natchez Balloon Festival. A copy of the licensing agreement is in your packet, and we're requesting that the board approve this licensing agreement for the 2025 Natchez Balloon Festival.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion? The question's been called. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
That concludes my report.
Thank you. Our 40th Balloon Festival. It'll be here before you know it. And congratulations to Ben Hillier for a beautiful, beautiful poster design. Can't wait to get that one. Now the mayor's report. I do want to just let you know, had a great meeting with the chief today. We discussed a promotion campaign for police officers. and we are getting with, she is actually working on talking points of all the benefits of being a police officer in Natchez, including the fact that we pay more here than any local jurisdiction in our region. And so we are going to begin an advertising campaign working with the individuals who help us with our advertising and promotion. And we hope to begin that very soon. We'll be targeting larger cities in our region where officers might be tempted to come to a place where it's more affordable to live and more peaceful, and also good pay and good benefits. So that will begin soon. I don't think there's any need for us to discuss it more. We will show everyone the ads as they begin to roll out. And this will be a digital, mostly a digital campaign using geofencing and using some really good strategies to get to targeted areas. We're especially targeting experienced police officers because they will make even more if they move here to Natchez. Also, I just brought this for you. You probably, I think I've given everyone the topics that we covered at the Mississippi Municipal League last week, but I did bring a copy of the column that was out this past weekend. It actually covers the various areas of violent crime reform that we are working on, and I would like to have a motion to endorse this this endeavor and to place this in the minutes. Thank you. Alderwoman Smith has made the motion. Is there a second? Alderman Maroney, thank you. I presented this to the executive committee of the Mississippi Municipal League last weekend. It was enthusiastically received. We are now working with state lawmakers and also officials within the Municipal League. And Chief Green is going to be helping us in the Police Chiefs Association. We also, Sheriff Patton has said to help us with the Sheriff's Association. And we also have Lisa Chandler, our prosecutor, helping us in the Prosecutors Association, because this is an effort for us to address violent crime and how sentencing bond guidelines and the way assault on police officers is handled is far too low to minimal. Individuals are bonding out very little money on violent crime and even financing that bond over time at rates as low as $100 a month. So we want to change that to make our communities safer. That's all I'm going to spend on that because of time, but we will have plenty of time to discuss this in the coming months as we begin working on legislation that will be presented to the legislature in the next session. Before we vote, any other comments?
Call the question.
The question's been called. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. The next item is, this is just a matter, I'm looking for it. We don't have it. We don't have it in front of us. I thought we did. We've been working so fast. Let me just explain. The state of Mississippi has a boilerplate agreement that is non-negotiable. A city has to sign it. A county has to sign it when using inmates for work. And it requires a city or a county or any group using inmate labor to state that they will be supervised, they will be properly housed, they will be properly cared for, the proper attention to medical if needed, that they will be kept away from any weapons, away from any drugs, away from any guns or other weapons, that they will at all time be supervised by the Public Works Department. They also, it is very stringent on no contact with friends, family members, any outside persons, and any violations have to be immediately reported to MDOC. In this case, to officials assigned to us at the Woodville Correctional Facility. If we fail to report any kind of violations, we can have the program immediately stopped. It is a zero tolerance approach. There is random drug testing, and anyone found with drugs in their system is immediately removed from the work program and taken back to general population and no longer have the privileges of doing this work program. It is a non-negotiable agreement. They asked us to sign it. We said we have to make sure that the Board of Aldermen approves it. They looked at us kind of funny. They said, well, if you want inmates, you got to sign it. And I meant to have a copy for you tonight, and I don't know how it missed the packet. But what I'd like to do is invite you to come by, or we will email it to you. You can see it. And I would like for you to approve that pending a one-day review, and we will get it emailed to you in the morning. And any of you who have any problem with it, yeah, because we had to give it to them Friday. We asked them for time because I told them I couldn't sign anything until y'all look at it. And our attorney. And so we will have a one-day review, and I will make sure it's emailed to each and every one of you in the morning by end of tomorrow. If you have any problems with it, let us know. But bear in mind, if you have a problem with it, we have to end our work program and then send them back to MDOC. Because it is a non-negotiable zero tolerance agreement. It basically is us assuring MDOC that we will be proper caretakers of the prisoners who are entrusted to our care for public work. Y'all understand?
Mr. Mayor, did we do
Yes.
one for the for the state inmates?
These are the state inmates.
These are the
Mississippi Department of Corrections. And they checked their file and they said, we don't have a current agreement with the city of Natchez. They didn't see a single agreement in the file. And they said, for us to continue the program, we have to have this agreement in our file. So we will send it to each and every one of you. Again, if you have a problem with it, then we have to end the program. Alderman Frazier.
Oh, we are paying for housing these inmates, correct?
No, sir. We are paying.
We just go and get them?
We just go get them. They are paid. All of that is paid for by MDOC.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Alderwoman.
The reason why we're asking for
Yes.
relative to the state inmates.
Yes.
I thought they were coming from other areas of the state, not just Woodville. That's why I was asking.
These inmates at Woodville are state inmates, but MDOC has taken inmates from other locations and transported them to Woodville for our exclusive use. That is correct. And so I will entertain the motion to approve the agreement with MDOC on work release for inmates pending a one-day review.
Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry, I'm still confused.
Yes.
Because I thought we had inmates who we were in communication and coordination with the Concordia Parish Sheriff's Office.
That has not been worked out yet. We go all the way to Woodville now to get these, but we are waiting on the state of Mississippi to reach an agreement with the state of Louisiana so that these inmates can be housed closer. In other words, in Concordia Parish, and save us having to go all the way to Woodville, but that has not been accomplished yet.
Okay, that's the purpose of my
Okay.
question.
All right. Certainly. Yes,
Mayor,
Alderman
so
Frazier.
really anything hadn't changed because we've been going to Woodville all the time getting prisoners,
Right.
correct?
Right. What's changed is we're getting them full-time now, and we're getting a full crew and rather.
5 days a week.
Partial, 5 days a week, and it's also available to us for special events.
You know, it's a lot. That's a lot to digest in just in one day. But I'm gonna look at it and see.
Oh, we certainly. And then if you'd like, we can have a sit down and discuss it in more detail.
Okay.
All right. The motion, I still need a motion. Have I gotten that?
You did.
I got the motion.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion, we'll call the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The motion carries. My miscellaneous updates, I just want to say, great week last week. We learned a lot, and it was good to see everyone active in the classes. Also, I've got to do a shout out to the Chamber of Commerce and all of the vendors and city leaders who participated in the Natchez Food and Wine Festival. It was a phenomenal event. People have told us that that event now is on par in bringing people to Natchez with where the Balloon Festival was a few years ago. And if it continues to grow like it's growing, it will be another Balloon Festival type event for Natchez. So that's great. And it happens in August when traditionally we're
July.
slow.
It's the same
I'm sorry,
weekend we are. It
end
might
of
have been
July. I'm
Jubilee.
already in August now. It happens the last week of July when things are traditionally slow. That's a very good thing. And I want to also make this announcement. We'll have more information soon, but Natchez has now been chosen to host, and this is an amazing opportunity, the Mississippi Songwriters Festival that Marla and I attended to represent the city back in September in Ocean Springs. They have now chosen Natchez in January to host a winter Mississippi Songwriters Festival for the idea of bringing more activity to Natchez again during a slow time of year. And there's a committee set up by the Mississippi Songwriters working on this. We'll have more information soon, and it's likely to take place the last weekend of January. So very good things. Alderwoman
We
Smith.
need to change one thing, that the cab, our next meeting is in 14 days. The cab will have to be the second meeting.
Right.
I believe
Is
it
that what we said?
just
That's what they said.
automatically
I'm sorry.
falls. It has to be
I thought
15
y'all said the
days.
first.
And so that will be, the way the calendar falls, that will be our second meeting. Yes, thank you. With that said, we now are going to have an executive session.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes,
Excuse
Alderwoman
me.
Irving, certainly.
I just want to interrupt and say,
Yes.
you need to share with our public again about Mayor Tony Burns being recognized
Oh,
at MMA.
goodness. You know, we go so fast right here. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there's another thing I did need to announce that I almost forgot. First of all, Tony Byrne, former mayor, was at our conference last week, and he was honored by the Mississippi Municipal League and given a standing ovation of over 1,000 officials statewide because he was recognized as being the oldest living former president of the Municipal Association, Municipal League. He served 50 years ago, and he was presented a plaque and given many accolades by various leaders from around the state. And so real congratulations to Mayor Tony Byrne. I also want to thank my colleagues in Southwest Mississippi Mayors Association for electing me to be their president now going forward.
Absolutely.
And we will be hosting a meeting of the Southwest Mayors Association, not only for mayors, but for aldermen, for all of local officials throughout the Southwest Mississippi region. And it will be happening here in Natchez in September, on the 21st of September, which is the third Thursday. But I did want to make this statement. We want to offer our condolences to the people of Vicksburg and a dear friend of mine who passed away today, former Mayor Robert Walker, who was the first African American mayor elected in Vicksburg. We became friends 30 years ago when I was mayor of Crystal Springs. We maintained that friendship. And he actually used to be here from time to time doing research in our conference room. He and I would have good visits. And he was very instrumental in getting the U.S. Colored Troops Monument in the Vicksburg Military Park, and had offered help and was even here with us at a meeting with our committee just a couple of years ago when Dr. Frank Smith was here from Washington, D.C. And so just please know, and let it be said in our minutes, that we have a shout out to the family and prayers for the family during this time, just letting them know our hearts are with them.
And I also want to ask, could you add Mr. Charles Walker? He was also a employee, retired from the Natchez Waterworks.
Yes.
Plumber, just recently. Yes, he passed away. They funeralized him on Saturday.
Mr. Charles Walker,
Mhm.
please remember him in our minutes. Longtime employee of the city of Natchez at Natchez Waterworks.
Yes.
May we
Alderwoman
close and honor those two.
Those
as well
two.
as Billy.
Yes.
Yes, we
And
have
those
three
family
there.
members.
Absolutely. That's what I said.
Yes.
Yes. Alderman Frazier, your sister's name who passed away.
Ruby
Ruby.
Murphy.
Ruby Murphy. Let's please make sure that's reflected in the minutes. Now, at this time, we do have a personnel matter, a city personnel matter that we have to discuss, which qualifies for executive session. I would like to ask for a motion to go into a closed determination for the purposes of having executive session. Motion made by Alderman Davis, second. Second by Alderwoman Smith. Do we have any discussion? We'll call a question. We'll proceed into a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. We'll now be in our closed determination. And the closed determination is, we're having it here in the open. And as we have said, we have a personnel matter pertaining to the city that needs to be discussed. That qualifies, I understand, under state law for the reasons to have an executive session. Is that correct, Mr. Attorney?
Yes, personnel matters are clearly defined as an exception to the Open Meetings Act and appropriate for an executive session closed meeting.
All right, thank you so much. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn our closed determination. Motion made by Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderman Maroney. We'll have a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. We'll now entertain a motion to go into executive session for the purposes described. Alderman Davis has made the motion.
Second.
Seconded by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion? We'll call for the question. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. We will end our live feed at this time. We will come back and make a report based on our executive session at the end of the meeting. Thank you so much.
Are you going to the bottom?
All right. Mr. Attorney.